up, get out right out of your bed, that's your quicksand. Getting rid anxiety and head, you can fix it. Rid of stigmas, all of them you said, we ain't listening. Just remember, try to do your best, you can win this. Maurice Benard, State of Mind.
Okay, it is State of Mind Sunday. If you like what you see, hit the button right here. Subscribe, please. The more you subscribe, the more things I can bring you. Let me say it again. The more you subscribe, the more things I can bring you. All right. I want to start out. I never know what I'm going to say next. But I will say this. I have a friend who is a hypnotist. And I kind of was skeptical. Okay? I didn't want to let him do his little hypnosis talking. But one day I came to him and I said, hey, I had a lot of rage today at General Hospital. And he said, really? I said, yeah, like I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I don't want to act. I have rage. He said, let me give you a little hypnosis. I said, no, that's it. And then finally I went. We went in his car. And as he was talking, doing the hypnosis, I was like, he was talking in this weird kind of voice. And I was going to say, Majid, please don't talk with that voice. But I didn't. I let him do it. Okay. Fell asleep, woke up, and I felt like I'd slept for 10 hours. And I felt real hungry, which was interesting. We went to go eat. The rage was gone. Okay. So then I said, okay, whoa. And I went to work the next day, and I needed to see how my acting was going to be. Well, I was on fire all week. Okay, I still don't want to give my friend credit yet until I got on the plane. I said, Maj, give me a couple more of those hypnosis. And he did. And I'll tell you right now, I got on 5 planes. Not 1 ounce of anxiety. 5 planes. Now you could say it's placebo. I don't care if it's placebo. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever he did made me go through something that I've never gone through being on a plane, which is not experience panic. So then, that was amazing. I did 14 shows in 17 days. It was amazing. It felt great. Then I came back. I got COVID. Okay, so I said to Majid, I got COVID, man. Can you give me another, hypnosis? Because I had to go to, I was off work for a while. Then I had to go back to work. So he did it. Went back to work. I must have had 80 scenes or more. Worked every day. I lost my lines maybe 3 times the whole week. I'm talking, do I believe in Mr. Hypnosis? Sorry, I messed up there. Mr. Hypnotherapy, because that's where you can, if you need any work done, that's who you call, Mr. Hypnotherapy. Because his name is Majid Raees, and he's here in front of me, and now we're going to get into it. What's going on, buddy?
Pretty good, man. After hearing that, I don't know if I need to sit. I don't need to sit anymore. I just need to go out. You explained everything.
I mean, look, I just gave the truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to sell you. I'm not trying to, because you know me. We've known each other for about 30 years. And you know, if I don't like something, I'll really tell you I don't like something. But when I love something, I can't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
And what you did and how you did it, it's like a miracle.
You know, it's
What is it? What is it? Tell us about
Well,
it.
you know the ancients in the old times. You know, they didn't had doctors or therapists or hypnotists, but they would go to the elderly. You know, in your hometown, and let's go to the elders. They would tell us what to do, and the elders, we would listen to them because they had experience and wisdom, had gone through all this process, and they would solve people's problems. Just before night would hit, they would gather with the elders. Hey, help us. What can we do? And they would speak to them. And they realize these people who are speaking have somewhat wisdom, have been through life. And the voice had meaning to it. And they won't be doing something would not be telling you. If I'm smoking cigarettes, you shouldn't smoke cigarettes. It's not going to work. The word doesn't have the power. So if I'm saying something, hey, don't drink, I'm not drinking. And you get the effect very differently.
Right, right.
As compared to something. So when the people went to Erla, they were already hypnotized, knowing that these people already had power. And the power of knowing is a lot more powerful. And they have given the authority to these people to listen to what they had to offer. So you're already getting hypnotized as you're going to these people. And whatever they would say, it would come into being because they have created this process. So the hypnosis on a regular basis. When we watch a movie throughout the day, we become the character. That's hypnosis. You're driving the car.
So what is it that you do
So-
when somebody's in a, do I say trance?
Wait, you know, your brain has three layers.
Okay.
One is the first, if you take the information, you go to conscious mind.
Right.
That's only about 12%. And then there's a critical mind. The body translates the information. And that critical mind is a process when we grow up from adolescence, from age 1 to 8. And whatever our parents, whatever who we dealt with, they gave us information, what's good or what's bad. If your mom had said at 8 years old, cigarette was good, so it was good. Now, when you go to the subconscious mind, now that's how you're going to translate the information. If you say, I don't want to smoke, but at the age of 1 to 8, you said smoking was okay by the people you were raised by, now your subconscious mind will always believe smoking is okay. My job is to go to your subconscious mind, inside that, and change the critical mind to change differently. And that's how able to change all the fears, all the doubts in your head with that words inserted into your brain. We go inside, we change the mind. And how it happens that you have to participate with me. If you're willing to listen, you have to say, okay, I'm willing to work with you. It's not, I can't force you to do anything. I can't make you jump off the building. It's like people show in the movies. That doesn't work like that. You have to be engaged with me. I'm just going to guide you to go into your subconscious mind and trigger the word inside what you need to activate, and the body reacts to it. Just even by conversations. That's why we see some people when they're talking, they're great salesmen. They know what to do to trigger the mind. We humans are so sensitive. At the same time, we are so deeply involved with the words. Words are the most powerful thing in the world. And if you look at the greatest leaders in the world, they're already gone. Look, King Martin Luther Jr., when he said the words are still resonating in people's voice, hypnotizing. You know, the powerful word are very powerful. They go into your subconscious mind and trigger the action, activate what needs to be here. And that's why hypnosis, or people who you deal with all your life, people you have respect to, you can change everything. What Ali was doing. Look at Ali.
Yeah.
I'm the greatest. He's talking to himself. He's self-hypnotizing himself. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. And greatest fighters of all time, they're talking to themselves. Self-motivation, self-hypnosis. But now, these days, we don't have those teachers who can guide us. That's why we go into hypnosis. We don't have elders because they have passed away.
Right.
The connection with the kids and the elders have changed so much. We don't respect because we have TikTok, we have Instagram. We have all these people to listen to, except the people who in our blood have walked the journey. We don't listen to them. And that was a major aspect of connection. Now, you and I, the reason I'm good at this is because I wasn't a hypnotist from the beginning, But from the early ages when I was training, at the age of 13, hey, I'm gonna be the best kickboxer in the world. So I'm self-hypnotizing myself. I come to America, I train with the best in the world, I make it possible. And I'm saying that if one man can do it, we all can do it.
Yes.
We all have this incredible wisdom within ourselves. And what I try to bring the people to the best potential. Everyone has a potential. Like, not only one man can be on the top of the world. We all have the same chemical, but we just have to trigger the word. Once we trigger that word into your brain, you unlock all of your channels and you can exceed any horizon you want. You find your best potential way, what you're capable of doing to yourself. Most people don't want to reach there because they don't know what's on the other side of it. They're scared, so all their life they play safe.
Yeah.
But when you're raised up with a family, parents and mothers are able to motivate you, you change your direction in a very different way. You completely have no limitations to it.
Well, as I'm listening to you, it makes me feel like it's amazing how at 22, when I went through everything, mental institution and all that, escaped and major depression, I had nothing. I had no hypnotherapy. I had no YouTube to look up anything.
That's self-hypnosis. You're motivated, devoted.
Oh, yeah. But Maj, nowadays, you have access everywhere.
That's the problem. We have access, but no knowledge to retrieve it. We can watch it, we lose it very quickly.
I get that.
We don't hold it.
The good and bad of social media.
Yes.
Right? Because there's a lot of bad, but there's also a lot of good.
But depends who's searching for what.
I understand.
Kids can't translate what good or bad is.
Yes.
Whatever is available in front of them, they're going to retrieve what it is. And that's a part of what we are hypnotized. Our kids right now, in this era, we're getting hypnotized every day. What's on social media? The people of highest amount of suicides happening in the world is because of number one reason is social media. When they look at other people having fun, living their life like royalties,
I get it.
Putting pictures up there, they're hypnotizing people. Look, I'm living the best. And the kid who's on the street, who lived with his dad, who's working 2 jobs, mom is surviving over there, and he says, Mom, look at my life is horrible. And they can't catch up with their life. They're depressed, they're suicidal.
I get it.
And this is the reason. We don't realize everything we do are actually hypnotizing everything we do. Like your actions are hypnotizing your kids how to behave.
Right.
So it's important when you conduct something, it's a vibration. We're vibrating in a different way. Whatever you do has a repercussions, anything we do in our lives. Your action could be consequences of your next generation, of your kids and their kids. Because what you implemented in their head, like your parent did to you, and you're still recovering from it. No one is perfect. No one knows, no parent knows how to behave. Now that we're educated, we can notice, hey, our action can really affect my kid. And long after I'm gone, they're going to be suffering. So make sure before you say something, think about what you're going to say, because that word are going to go and come back in a haunting way or in a praising way. So don't ever waste your word by saying something bad. If you don't feel like something saying nice, keep your mouth shut, because you just saved your kid right now.
Right. Yes.
And you know more than anybody else, Maurice, your anger can take in a whole different world.
I have no anger.
Oh, of course you don't. Not anymore. But that's what's so valuable thing. Everything we watch. So that's why they say if you keep your environment clean, you have people around you are motivated, inspired, they have shown in result. They're able to change the people around them in a different way. If you're around people who are negative, even if you don't talk to them, just being around that, they found out the body, the energy, which people talk about energy. This is a real factor. This is real vibration. You're vibrating a different level, and when we sit together, we vibrate in the same frequencies. That's what elders say, when you eat your meal, eat with good people. Sit down with good meal. If you're eating good food and you have bad people talking to you, that food becomes poison.
Right.
And if you're eating food with good people, they have advice, even the food is not that good, but you eat food, having good words and praise and happy and joy, and you're healthier. Look at people in Italy, when they drink and they eat pasta every day. They're eating all the time, having fun. They're laughing. And you don't see them gaining weight, what we gain. Yes, They have less crap gluten stuff inside, but the food is only resonating to the process of people, what they're engaging, how they're projecting around you. 99% of people we have, every time they sit, they just have negative thoughts because there's so much good out there they don't have inside of them.
Yeah.
Your environment is everything. And that's why I also have swim people. I take people and swim at 5 in the morning in the darkness of swim. I make them disconnect with themselves. I make them jump in the water as they hypnotize themselves to decompress in the middle of the ocean when it's completely pitch black. You jump in the ocean and you have this connection with yourself. The whole body is submerged in the water.
It's freezing, man.
It is freezing, but you know what? That's the only time you get to disconnect with everything else. Now you're trying to survive. Now you're trying to think how to calm down because no extra thoughts will come to your brain. Your brain is completely shut down. Why? First of all, the temperature. Then visualization. What are you looking at? It's nothing but the wild ocean. Your skin, your smell. All of your senses are activated, full on. And now you think you're going to think something else? There's no other way you can think of it. You're thinking what's underneath the water.
I can see how
you want
that's
to think
amazing.
everything, all your stimulations deactivated. Then you realize, oh, wow.
You know what I've been doing lately?
Cold showers?
Well, at least I take a shower, and then at the last minute or two, I put it real cold and let it, because I hate cold.
Mm-hmm.
But I was told that you should do that, so I put that, I'm freezing, and it's like I go front and back. Oh, man, I hate it, but, you know, it's mind over matter. So
It's also coming out of your comfort. Most people.
yeah. Well, you know, my psychiatrist said to me once, I go, because I was on the phone with him, and he says, I said, oh, man, this is freezing out here. He goes, you don't like being uncomfortable, do you?
Yeah.
And it's true.
Because most people just want to be comfortable.
Right.
And that's why life becomes uncomfortable. You keep on shrinking your life because you keep on making your life comfortable. Then you're so restricted, now life becomes uncomfortable.
I get it.
And people who make their life uncomfortable, everything becomes comfortable. And that's what the hypnosis is. In order to make your life comfortable, you have to break the new barriers. Step out of it you've been through. Nothing's going to change unless you don't change your behavior. And only way you can do it is to guide yourself in a better, proper way. People have sadness, depression, anxiety. What is it? If you look into it completely, it's nothing but a self-made proclamation that you're in trouble. Are you breathing? Yes. Can you eat? Yes. Do you look at the people dying on the street? They have illness, drugs, cocaine. How do you feel compared? I feel much better. So get out of your head. Be in the present moment and recognize. Because any given moment, this could be a last day. One trick of the button, you don't know. It could be a heart attack, stroke, all the self-made tension. Hypnosis have shown their case out there. People who had cancer, you were talking about anger, and I want to bring this case up. There was a study done where this guy had a grief because his daughter died. One of his daughter died. Now watch this, what happened. The grief turned to anger. The anger turned into sickness. He had a cancer that he's going to die in 6 months, just time to survive. He goes to a hypnotherapist. First, they peeled the skin off, took the anger off, then took the grief off. 3 months later, his cancer was gone. So your thoughts, your ideas, your conception, everything that you imagine becomes reality because every cell in your body starts believing that this is real. Everything that you said, your body's vibrating. So every cell in the body says, we're under attack. We're not going to survive. So everything changes. And that's how life changes dramatically. That's why people are so optimistic. Their life changes differently. Optimistic people have bigger opportunities. Studies show optimistic people and negative people, they have 10 years of difference of living. 10 years. And to even make it better, people with partners, who have good partners, they have longevity together. As compared to people who have bad partnership, they have short lifespan. Or single people who have no partners, they have short span. And what does it tell you? That we each are vibrating with each other.
The connection is very important. A good connection.
Good connection
is very important.
And so, and I always told this before, the reason you're alive sitting here today is because of Paula. And I told you 100 times because if she was not taking all the energy and able to feed you, you would not have, you would have been a different man.
Yeah.
I remember just
Yeah.
about 18 years ago, or more than that, when you were going crazy in the ring, want to take my head off.
Well, let's
I'm sorry, I brought that up.
hold on. No, I want to bring it up, but I want to first, I want people to know a little bit about who you are. I know you did State of Mind about 3 years ago, but it was a different state of mind, and it was good, but it was different. And you're from Pakistan, and your father died at what age?
In 51, 52.
And you were how old?
I was in my early 20s.
And that experience changed your life, obviously.
Dramatically. I missed a lot of I couldn't be there because he predicted before it happened. He predicted when I was only 15, 16 years old. I was arguing with him. He said, stop arguing with me. You won't even be there to give me shoulder to my grave. And when I was in States, when they told me that, I couldn't stop it. That he said, you're acting smart. And I wasn't even there to give him my shoulder. And even if I had to go back, it would have taken me more than 24 hours. In Pakistan, they bury you within a day. And so everything he had told me had come true. And I said, I never took life for granted again. I said, never ever again when I speak to someone, make them believe that I make sure I didn't let them know that I loved them, I cared about them. Because you don't know that person right in front of you, what he's going through. And that could be his first or last moment of his life right here. So live your life like there's no tomorrow. And that's really touched my heart. And I can never forgive that to myself that I was arguing with him.
When he died, was there a lot of grief, or how was it? Was it really difficult? Have you been able to let go of it? Because my dad died, a year and a half ago or something, and I'm 100% at peace. I mean, sometimes I'll see an older man dancing, and it hits. Even talking about it a little bit now hits me, but for the most part, I'm cool. I'm good with it. How, Bill, you took it hard, right?
Because I didn't have the chance that you had. You had fun, joy with him.
Oh.
I left the house at the age of 13 at boarding school. I wasn't good in school.
Yeah.
So after boarding came out, I left for States because I want to follow my dream. So I remember my dad saying goodbye to me, and I was just in a rush because I never paid attention. And I remember the street was about half a mile long. I could still see him waving while the car was still driving. I looked back, he was still waving at me. And I guess he knew that was the end, this was the last time I'm going to see him. But I didn't manage to say goodbye to him or anything like that. But you, on the other hand,
yes, I did say goodbye, yeah.
But this is the adolescence that I had to go through. And I'm still recovering from it, that I feel the abandonment issue that I did to myself.
Yes, that's your big issue.
And this is the big issue of abandonment. I can't stay alone. There are a lot of people out there who have abandonment issues, and they can't stay by themselves. And when they do stay by themselves, and then all the creeping process comes in, and that your self-talk, natural hypnosis comes in, what you're going to put negative or input. That's what I'm saying. Being around good people made a big difference. If I was around bad people, and I remember there was a process that you already know that in the past, from a young age, I said, I can't have that, I can't be by myself, I can't live life like this. And then lucky that I was in a sport that motivated me to change my thought process.
That abandonment issue, because I've never really talked about it too much. I don't think I've talked about it much on State of Mind. What does it feel like when let's say I don't call you back?
Oh my God, just by you saying that, just like you saying that, I have people, I am one of them myself. I feel like
it hits that hard?
It's that hard, like feel like I did something, and now that's my punishment.
Oh, okay.
That you don't want to talk to
And
me.
you know what? Let me explain.
The fear of knowing that I'm going to lose you.
Okay, exactly. I know that much. So do you know that I purposely don't call you back like 5 times?
Is this my therapy or is it yours?
It's both. And let me tell you something. Because I want you to learn that it's okay.
No, I know that.
But you still... you know, I can tell just by a text where your head's at.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. I've been hypnotizing myself now, and I notice a lot of difference than before. And I have so many cases.
You're better, yeah.
I have so many cases people come up with the same. They don't even know. They won't talk. They won't even know that there's subconscious abandonment issues. What happened for a mistake? A dad said to his son, "I don't want to see you tomorrow. I'm not gonna come see you."
Right.
As a punishment, that kid took it to his heart. By the time he grew up, that's synced in his head, and now he comes with this moment. Even if he's in a bad relationship, even if he's in a bad job, he will not leave it because he thinks that's abandonment issues. And you see so many cases. I won't mention our common friends have that. So many friends will go in a bad relationship and will not break that relationship because they think if they break, it reminds them of the bad part of when they were growing as abandonment issues. So that's when the problem increases. Then you bring other things. Fear. What you fear the most, you actually attract the most.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like he's going to leave me, right? And what do? You cling on to it. And what happens?
Like it's, yeah.
And then that's the complete person, that's the complete thing you don't want to do, and they're doing it, and they
Right,
back away.
right.
And that's why, as the part hypnosis comes in, when I go inside the state of mind and make them see what they're seeing in an adult version of them as a smaller version of them, and they see them say, oh my God, the choices changes. So when you go into subconscious mind, you put the information, hey, that was your younger version of you thinking of this thing. Now as adult, how do you think? Oh, my dad just left for a dough, and he will come back, and that was it.
Yeah.
But what happens, they take this abandonment issue as a part of the character. Even when they're grown up, they can't handle it. And that's how they deal with it. And that's why that leads to other mental illness. Insecurities, they constitute vulnerabilities, and then they become into bad relationship. Then self-punishment, I'm not good enough, and then what happens? They come to a point there's no way out because they're not good enough for anything. Relationship is broken, work is low, they lose everything, and then whatever they fear the most, they're attracting the most. That's why if you attract positive things in life, like I would say, always look at Ali hypnotizing himself. I'm the greatest. I'm the great.
Yeah.
And he became the greatest. Because whatever you say, your body listens to it, conscious or subconscious. That's why I tell all the time people, don't ever in a joke talk bad thing about yourself. Words are very powerful. The most powerful thing in the world is a word, a vibration, a word. Look, who are the richest people right now if you really think about them? Are singers, artists, musicians. They're singing their words and they're vibrating the words, and people live by these words.
Yeah.
And you, Elton John, all the greatest songs,
Right,
you look at people live by every vibration. Because what happens? The feeling ignites them in their body. Everything triggers. They get excited. And that feeling of excitement is the job of staying in the state of youth. The youth is nothing but a state of feeling. I have people in the 60s and 70s. They act like they're 15-year-old people running around having fun. And there are people in their 20s act like they're 100. Because how they feel, how they project, how they translate their life makes a difference. So the people like you, you're always excited, because you have the spark in you. What's that?
Yeah.
You want to play. When they play, the moment you stop playing, you are now going towards your negative. Now you're going backwards in life. Remember.
Yeah, you know, there was a time where I always said, I want to retire, I want to do it. I mean, what I'm doing here,
It's a play for you.
I have to do it.
I don't know if you have to. I think you love to do it.
I love to do it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I also need to do it for the people who are suffering, you know.
Yes.
But I always thought that I could just not do anything, but I've learned.
Maurice, you know, the biggest gift that you could do in this life, that you're doing right now, is not just about you. We already know what you're doing right now is bigger than yourself.
Right.
Long after you're gone, you're going to be able to help people to how to resolve the issues that
Yes.
they're going through. Because all the stories that come here, sit here right now and tell about their stories. What you've done for them is able to, hey, listen, there is a way out. You are doing bigger than yourself. You didn't just save yourself, now you're saving the rest of the world. If I can be saved by the shark attack, you guys can be saved by a shark attack too.
Yeah.
You're giving the option.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bigger than you.
Yeah.
Because when the show is long after 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, people look at this and, you know what, this guy showed the way. We can look back and see what we can do.
Right.
So that's the thing we live in life. Because, see, when I became a champion, it wasn't a big deal. But we'll make other people to a point of understanding they are unstoppable.
Yeah.
That's the biggest gift. The gift wasn't my gift. Yes, I did what I had to do. But the biggest excitement that I got to give another person the same kind of
The
knowledge.
bigger gift is not making it about yourself.
That's hard. It must be hard for
And
you.
when you guys don't know about this guy right here, he's not going to talk about it, but I'm gonna just say, without saying, he's worked with huge celebrities. This guy,
I think universe put them in the
whatever
right
happened,
pathway.
whatever.
And it's not that I have control on anything. Universe wanted me to work with them.
Yes.
And I truly believe whatever you seek is seeking for you. I wasn't seeking for celebrity. I was seeking for this knowledge of wisdom.
Yeah.
And when you start igniting and they start triggering, you start attracting these people in your life because you are that person who wants that information.
Right.
And I notice working with these incredible smart people, they're never self-indulging themselves. They always want something for other people. All the time. They want to give their love for other people so they can share their joy.
Yeah.
Look like you're sharing your joy.
Sure. Yeah, that's the.
There's no bigger blessings than what you're doing right now.
No, I don't. For me, no, because and then when you take it, like I did just recently across the country, and you see the fruits of what you're doing, and it ain't just acting, man. Acting is cool, it's great, and it's enabled me to have my life and this, but it's that other level of mental health that people are dying out there, brother. People are, I'm telling you, the amount of people who come up to, if I go yesterday, I did something, come up, and they're like, I'm suffer from this, and I suffer from anxiety. And so what you're doing with your hypnosis, can I call it hypnosis,
Yeah.
Mr. Hypnotherapy, is now you found it at your age. You found what I've been doing on my side for 30 years. No one listened.
Self-hypnosis.
Yeah. It was like Oprah. I did Oprah. I was like, okay, but 30 years later, now the pandemic, now it's all over the place. But it is. There's no greater joy in life than you're lucky you found.
Yeah.
I think you're lucky. Now you were obviously working with big famous people and all that, and that's cool and all that. But I think this is your calling. And I can only say that because I did it, and I was a skeptical, and sometimes I want to wring your neck for whatever reason because you annoy me or whatever. But this, I'm telling you, it's no joke, because if I'm on a plane and I say to Paula, I've never really seen this first class. It wasn't even first class, actually, no. I've never even seen it so big. Because it's usually...
Remember when you told me a story, they shut the runway down, they had to stop on the runway?
Oh, I had to get out of the plane, yeah.
Get out of the plane and they
Because even though if it's a room this big...
And you were in the business class at the time, and they booked you out.
No, I was in first class
Yeah.
when I was going to do the View in Tamron Hall and get on the plane. That was just like 4 months ago. Get on the plane, and it was big. And then Freddy Krueger comes. Get off the plane! Get off! Your wife's not with you. You shouldn't have come alone. Get off! And I'm like, I gotta.
Everything starts shrinking.
Oh, it's the worst.
Everything starts
And then
shrinking.
I was gonna go, and then I'm going. No, I gotta do the View. I gotta do all that. And then I got that, but I didn't have you then. But I had Comago, this other thing. Now I'm selling Comago, and it doesn't matter. It helps people. And I did it, and they got rid of it. But that's great, Comago. But your Mr. Hypnotherapy is amazing because I got on 5 planes, dude.
No drugs.
No drug. And also, listen to this. Forgot to mention this. I lost my Comigo before I left. Because when you have something that works, it's in your back pocket, right? Lost it, got on the plane, and then I was going to get on the second plane, lost the Comigo again. Lost it on the first plane. So now I don't have Comigo. And I still didn't have anxiety.
So the universe is telling you that we cannot rely on stillness. Right now, if you look at the pharmaceutical companies, they want you to get addicted to something.
I know.
And like with hypnotherapy, no insurance covers that, by the way. If they do, it's very tiny. Look, why? You had 1 or 2 sessions, no drugs, no pain, ever needed again. I can't mention, I have a client who had anxiety, chest pain for almost 14 years, right? We had 2 sessions. It was almost 3 months now. She says, no chest pain, no anxiety pain, no painkillers for 4 months. Now you say, why do pharmaceutical companies want hypnotherapy, hypnosis to come fix the problem? Most of the things, yes.
It's money, bro.
But consistency of requirement. Our brain has so much strong chemicals that we have all the ability to regenerate every cell in our body. We can heal ourselves. We can cure ourselves. We can stronger and much as we want to be. We can change every muscle in our body, healing ourselves, but by just sitting and meditating. And that process of meditation, the chemical that released through our body, is one of the most powerful tools in the world. What is a chemical? You take a chemical, it tells your brain, hey, we have no more pain. But reality is the alarm is going on in your body. There's a pain because you need to pay attention to it. When the car has a red light, they say, oh, there's a red light, it needs oil change. But if you ignore it, what's going to happen? The car is going to break down. So when we have headaches, we take a pain pill. Don't you want to find out why you have headaches?
Yes.
No.
Much.
We'll just take a pill. It's fine.
Let me explain something to you. I love hypnotherapy. I love Comigo. It's great. But I also, if you're in real bad shape,
No.
I won't need medication.
No, if you talk about something
like
missing,
what happened,
yes.
like the pandemic.
Yeah, that's different because
Okay.
there's a lack of chemical in the system.
Yes.
I'm not going against that. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
instead of people just getting pills right away,
I understand.
Get the root of it. I mean, doctors spends 20, 30 years to be a doctor, and you go, just take a pain pill.
I understand.
I mean, I could do it
And
myself.
and let me tell you something. That kind of just happened to Joshua.
Mhm.
He's like, well, take this. What do you mean, take this pill?
They
Right away, because they were talking about something. I won't get into it. Now, let me get into something before we wrap this up, because I've sold your hypnotherapy, but I'm not selling it. But it's like, I probably said it 8 times already. And the mod just like, don't forget to say hypnotherapy.
I guess I hypnotized him. I did my job.
That's pretty good. So at the time that you lived with me for a while,
That was an incredible time.
tell the audience, because
Oh my God.
they don't know how different I am now.
You mean the evil? I was already number 1 in the U.S. I was already a U.S. Gracie Open champion. This skinny guy sitting in front of me right now, I'm telling you right now, when the evil hit him, I didn't believe who he was. I'm looking at his face and looking at me like he wants to kill me. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Paula calls his Majid, can you just take care of him? I said, I can't even talk to him. He doesn't look at me. He's just ignoring and he's angry, walking around. I remember you came at me, grabbing my neck, and I grabbed you back. I said, his strength was almost like 4 men holding me. And he's laughing, but the reality was I really got scared for a second. I said, I'm a fighter. I do this for a living. This guy having this strength were extra, because it wasn't your senses. You were not there. It wasn't you. I can know that for sure. It was an extra personality. And at that time I grabbed you and said, calm down. And he remembered everything. And he was so angry.
Rage.
Rage was outrageous. Yeah. And even when I was in the house, I was scared. I don't know what he's going to do, take a knife, kill me, or do something. I don't know what to expect. Every moment was
I mean, it was a darker it was a very dark.
Yeah.
I was playing a character, and I had a lot of pressure at that time from General Hospital. I thought I was the producer, writer, director, star, and I had to, I thought everybody was against me.
Mm-hmm.
and then I would come home, and then just be this dark self. And then an ego is the biggie. And then you realize that this is not healthy, right? But it takes a long time to figure it out.
But also you need somebody around you. When I was with you, I remember slowly how to break you down and stay into you, because you don't want nobody come to your circle. Isolating your room, staying in your room quietly, and making up all these things in your head. I try to, hey, let's go for a walk. Hey, let's go eat. Hey, let's go. No, I have to do nothing. I'm trying to do this, and so I think it was just meant for me to go through this process.
Yeah.
And I think understanding behavior. I've seen in the ring with thousands of fighters, but being in an actual living 24/7 like that, that was very hard to watch. You can be in the ring and perform for the fight purposes for 5 or 6 or 10 rounds, but living that moment for every 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, or months, that's when you realize how intense your mind can be when you don't get off that state of behavior. When you don't get off that state, they can really, either you're going to get destroyed. The longer duration you stay inside.
That's right.
The deeper it gets.
That's right.
It's like a self-hypnotic state.
That's right.
The more you deep inside yourself, create this world which is unbelievable. The trick is here to break it immediately before it starts.
Well, I always say, and I'll say it again because it's important, you always have to stay in first and second gear. You're good there. Calm. You can go to third.
Yeah.
Come back to second. Once you hit fourth and you go to fifth, I was in 6th, 7th during the pandemic. It's over. So stay here.
And when you feel it, ask for help.
Yes, always ask for help.
Don't be a hero.
I get it.
And ask for help. And I think that's what, when Paula says, Majid, I think you want to keep an eye on him. That's what everything. I learned more about this as a personal experience with you. And I thank God that even though we have a relationship, but when you're in your own zone, it was a different thing. And you have to slowly blend in. You have to immerse and get his trust connected, get his connection. The more you stand in front of people, they start believing you more. And that's what it is. Hey, he's the only person who's never leaving me. He's right in front of me, and I'm there as a friend. And you can't be the teacher. You just got to be a friend to support them.
Yeah.
And that's to make sure there's nothing around them. They keep on taking on. And medications, that was the only thing that saved you.
Well, lithium is, Big Pharma doesn't like lithium.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Because it's cheap.
Because it's cheap and helps people.
Same
thing, hypnotherapy.
They're going to take this down then.
I know, we don't talk about it. Hypnotherapy too.
Your time's up, Maj. This is too long.
Way too long. Way too long.
Too much hypnotherapy.
Too much. I hypnotize people already.
Hypnotherapy.
Yeah. Well, I want to give the one tip to people. Whenever you feel you're sad, I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, you know what? I'm so blessed and able to open my eyes and be around the people that I love the most. And even if they're not next to you, as long as you can feel them in their heart, they're living through you.
Okay, thank you, Maj. That was enough. I want to say my conversation with Majid. You guys know that at the end of these things, I don't know what I'm saying, but it was very. I want to say profound, what he was saying. But it was very easy, as he knows. This is the best interview he's ever done. I know it, and he's going to tell me later it's not, but he's going to lie. I think you guys really got a lot out of this one. He has a lot of knowledge. He's very spiritual. His Mr. Hypnotherapy is, I'm a testament. I ain't bullshitting. I'm not going to, it worked wonders. So I appreciate you coming. Let me ask you a question. Was this the best interview you've ever done?
You hypnotized me again.
It
was really good.
It was actually.
I liked it.
It was easy. Yeah. It was easy and comfortable.
Yeah, I don't like being in front of TV.
I know, but you were so much. Well, I don't want to say that because last time we were on a couch with a phone here. All right. Anyway, state of mind. I have to say it again. If you want his services, Mr. Hypnotherapy, look it up. You can go to him, and that's it. State of mind. See you later. Bye.
Thank you.